Hi, I'm Peter. This is the Peter on Health channel. This video is called Is H Brilliant? H is that organization that is fighting the army of the Middle Eastern country right now in part of the Mediterranean. And, in our American press, H is a terrorist organization. It's listed by the government as so. We kind of think of them as, in our press and, just public life as sort of backward, people, kind of a little ancient, and brutal and all that, And then we think of the country as, like really advanced and some of the smartest people in the world. They, certainly overrepresent, and overrepresented on Nobel Prizes and inventions and patents and all that stuff. And that's basically, I'm 60 years old, the story I've heard. And, basically, as of October 6th, with Saudi Arabia about to sign the Abrams Accords, the chances of a Palestinian state had dropped to like around 1%, something like that. It was almost a vanished dream. And as we sit here today in early December, it feels like the possibility for that is over 40%, might even be over 50% by now. And and I'm thinking, like, if that's the case, holy crap, was this planned? And if you think through it, like what happened on October 7th, and, it was horrible, and I found it horrible and all that. But one effect it had is it galvanized the world's attention. So the whole world, every continent in the world, every place had their eyes on that little country in the, in the Mideast. And within a day of October 7th, the country had amassed tanks on the northern border of the G place, and within a day or two, they invaded, and they've been bombing it ever since, and civilians are dying and blah 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 blah, and the whole world has been like just glued to it, and videos are coming out from that area, even though the country is denied water and fuel and power and everything. I wonder how they're charging their cell phones. Like that'll come out sometime later, but cell phone videos are coming out of, dead children and all that. And anyway, like, so what's the upshot of it? Saudi Arabia ain't going to sign the Abrams Accord anytime soon. The entire world is seeing through the propaganda of that little country, like just nakedly, like at this point, including Jewish people in America who are learning for the first time that, these cartoon stories told in their youth about this, country, over there is this magical, moral, beautiful, place of, just really, really nice people, like, kind of it might be a little bit of a fairy tale. And so, the fact that the U.S. government, Congress, like 99.9%, supports this country, yet, vast majority of young people in America and 95, like a study done by this country, 95% of the demonstrations around the world are anti this little country. I mean, things are changing and changing fast. And like I said in the last video, the local, Palo Alto congressional rep Anna Eshoo just resigned, and I think you're going to get a lot more resigning because you just cannot find a middle ground between these two sides. You just can't. They're polar opposites. One is the victim, and one is the perpetrator. And so I'm just saying. And Congress and the people are completely on opposite sides of the issue. What a time.